Greetings! Hey Willow, how's everyone doing today? Are you ready to completely get absorbed in your own love for this world, for your own consciousness, for your own magic, your magical essence that is sometimes squeezed out of us? And we're going to go into that. Sipping some beautiful peppermint, ginger, chai, rooibos tea over here, which I feel herbal tea always helps me connect with my magical energy. So, as you see, I'm wearing my glasses, which means we are going to be doing eye exercises today, along with all other kinds of energy rejuvenation and revival, which is just so magical that we're capable of doing these things. If you're new to my channel and just came across this video, welcome. I celebrate you. Hi, Jabri. I celebrate you and all of the magic and gifts that you bring to this world. I know some people might be scared of the word magic and magical, but as I'm going to explain today, it is literally an everything that we do. There's a reason why spelling is called spelling, because every word that you write, every thought that you think, every action that you take is creating your magical spell on the world, which is just simply creating, co-creating. And look, the sun just came out. What a blessing. You are part of the creation of this world, and your magic is essential. And in class today, we're going to talk about how a lot of times we forget how magical we are, and we give our magic to other people, even subconsciously, but we feel that pain, and we have to overcompensate by possibly squishing down the magic of others subconsciously and not even realizing it. You see, because we need magic in order to survive. What I define as magic is also just our very essence, our very life force. And so, I mean, how is that not a miracle? How is it not magical that we are alive right now? Thank you for sharing, Jabri. So as we get in touch, as we start class today, we are simply going to pay attention to our breath and our heartbeats, which, I mean, every day I wake up in the morning and I'm like, wow, I'm alive. I don't know what happened while I was sleeping. Sometimes I have nightmares. Sometimes I have intense dreams. And I'm like, was that reality? What am I waking up into now? What is this life? What's more real, our dreams or reality? Both are filled with our consciousness. And what I love about Qigong, as we pay deeply attention to our heartbeats and our breath, I love that oftentimes when I'm in this state that Qigong brings me into, which is this vibrational, deep state of connecting with the essence of who I am and the essence of life. When I am in that state, oftentimes my dreams come back to me. It's like switching a channel where the vibrations are just different. It's like being in a different dimension. And a lot of us are in survival mode in all different ways. Some people call it an ego, in base reality, in zero ground. And that is a good place to be when we're creating the foundations of our life. And we have to sometimes reinvent the foundations if they've been toxic in our life. However, when we get out of survival mode and we connect with the higher frequencies of praise and gratitude and patience, intuition, when we're not scared that every turn we might be killed, but that is part of survival. But when we really can just relax and connect with this meditative frequency, then we can feel a bliss that we deserve to feel. Everyone has gifts to share with this world. And we're going to talk about that more in class today as we pay attention to our breath and our heartbeats. And we start to materialize the feeling of the energy that is us all around us. It might feel like a heaviness in a good way, like a heavy hug. It might feel like tingles. It might feel like emotions are coming up. It's such a sweet feeling when your breath deepens and you really feel that connection to your breath. Because so many times we're holding our breath to get it through, to make it through, to do what we need to do in life. Think about kisses. Think about mommy kisses. Think about the kisses you have to give. Non-intrusive kisses, loving kisses, caring kisses, sweet kisses. That is your magic. Thank you, Jabri. These are the Flying Penguin Lullabies. I feel like music really harnesses the gifts that I have to share with the world, aka magic. These lullabies, I remember I was in a room with someone and I said, "Oh, I can't do this. Hey, Terps time." And she said, "Yes, you can. You can do this." And I sat down with my laptop and my limited Pro Tools knowledge at the time, and I busted out the Flying Penguin Lullabies. It's not the most amazing mastered music, but it is sharing my gift and my magic with the world. And you can do it too. You don't have to be a perfectionist. You can keep on sharing what you have to share with the world. I see you as both, just a buddy and Terps time. So let's get in touch with our breath. Let's get in touch with our heartbeats. Let's get this day started right or restarted right, depending on your time zone. You know, you got to turn off your computer sometimes when it starts getting wanky and restart it. Your phone, your computer, and that's what you got to do with yourself. Feel the waves of your chi within your body right here, right now. You can move your arms gently to see if you can feel the chi differently or at all. Notice what positions help to harness that feeling of connection between you and this energy flow. Notice if you feel it more in your fingers or your toes or your face or your legs. Where do you feel it? Where do you not feel it? And that's what this class is all about, getting into positions and doing movements that help you to feel that flow. Because the more you feel that flow in your whole body, the healthier you will be and the more connected you will be, not only to the earth, but to each other. And that's what I feel my gifts are to share with the world, is to help us connect with each other. That's what I think all musicians want to do, because when you play music on a stage and everyone is experiencing the same frequency, you are connecting in a very sacred way. And that connection can be used for good or bad, depending on what the intentions are. Notice your breath. Allow your lungs to open up deeply and play with the orchestra of your body harmonically, every cell of your body. Notice your breath, notice your heartbeats, and whenever you're ready, come up with an intention for class today from you. And we'll talk a little bit more about the theme of class as class goes on. When we share the intentions, if your name that shows up is not the name that you call yourself and you want to share your name, feel free. My name is Aviva, and my intention is to be here for all of you today and to encourage us all to keep our magic. And what that means is that we understand how powerful we are and that we have gifts that we've been given and skills to share with and teach the world. And if anything is holding us back, we're going to burn through those barriers today the best we can. And you can come back to this video again and again to keep on breaking through those barriers that have stopped you from harnessing your magic, from fermenting your gifts, from paying attention to them, from believing in them. And we're going to move forward with everyone believing in your gifts, believing you can achieve the goals that you feel called to complete. Just truly believing yourself and not letting anything hold you back. Getting it out there. Jabri's intention is to be here with you today, and he's happy that he feels wonderful and he'd like to get some love to his wrists and feet today. That is okay with me. Using magic gel is great. It's also called Renew 28. And I need to finish my commercial about it. It's incredible. I use it when I'm doing plastering and music because otherwise my wrists just get that carpal tunnelish feeling. Any other intentions today? It's so good to be with everyone today. With every cell of your body, every part of you, please take a moment and call it in. Call in your energy. You might still be thinking about that phone call that you had before class. You might still be thinking about something that upset you a year ago and all these little distractions. Just might not be feeding your connection with yourself in the moment. All these little places that your soul consciousness is instead of right here. It's like you threw out a bunch of fishing rods and you're trying to rein in your energy instead of just being with it right here. It's not out there. You put it out there somehow, but you can bring it back with a thought right here. Oh, we love each other so much. We define ourselves through each other, and it gives us such satisfaction. However, the more we can just bring it back autonomously into who we really are without needing anyone's reflection, without needing to project on anyone else, the more energized we can feel, the more revived we can feel, the more capable and powerful and intellectual we can feel. So bring it all in right here, right now. Feel your energy. No one else matters right now but you. You matter. Let's breathe in our intentions. Release anything in the way. Breathe in your intentions. Release resistance. Breathe in your intention. Release resistance. Breathe in your intentions. Release anything you don't need. Breathe in your intentions. Release. We're going to start with some eye and intuition exercises. We want our third eye to be wide open, which can feel scary at first because our intuition might conflict with what peer pressure says for us to believe and what loved ones tell us to believe. We're going to put all of our fingertips together. It's like plugging in that intuitive sensation. And feel the energy between every finger. Let go of doing anything for validation or other people's approval. Connect with your inner knowing, your inner standing, your inner sitting, your inner lying down, your inner jumping, your inner dancing, your inner flying. It might just feel like you're hitting your head against the wall. Gently knock, tap, and then turn the handle and open that door. When we're young or even when we're older, there comes a point when we doubt our own magic, our own intuition, our own emotions, our own abilities to share our gifts, our own gifts at all. And sometimes this doubt comes because someone or someone's or society wants to control our gifts, wants to control us. And we get filled with doubt because we ask, if I was so magical, why would anyone or anything or any group or any society want to control me? Because then that would snuff out my magic. So it must not be valuable. We get filled with that doubt because we don't realize that it's so valuable, and that's why they want it controlled. For two reasons. One is delusion, is they think that controlling it will preserve it when it does the opposite, because our magic needs to be free. It's not stagnant. It can't be put in a box. It needs to breathe and live like a growing plant, like a growing human. And the other reason is they see it so magical but don't care about you expressing it, don't care about witnessing you. They want it. They want to express your magic. And that's why they control you. It's like eating, it's like feeding off of you. And so through controlling you, they transmute your energy into what they need energetically. And that can come across as sexual predation. It can come across as just transmuting your magic into sexual energy for them. It can come across as transmuting your magic into whatever agenda they have, whatever they need energy for. It could come across as transmuting your magic into their magic. You might love them so much that you might want them to have more energy while forgetting how important yours is. And so this is the dilemma that we come into, and it closes our third eye. Because intuitively speaking, it lacks intuition to allow yourself to be predated upon. But it can happen to anyone. Stockholm Syndrome, right? It's a very complicated thing sometimes to return to the magic. So I understand this class might be filled with tears for you. It might be filled with laughs. It might be filled with anger, because coming back into our own magic is very substantial. It's very profound. And it might remind us of the times when we were shamed, when we were controlled, when we were neglected. And we thought to ourselves, I must not be so magical because of these exterior forces, when the very opposite is true. You're actually so magical, and that's why those exterior forces came into play and affected you so much. So connect with that intuition that you're perfect just how you are, and you have so much to share with the world. The way that you process this world and bring your emotions into the picture. It's like alchemy. It's like making soup. It's like adding the ingredient of you to this beautiful soup, to this beautiful tapestry that we're all weaving. You matter. You're important. And your gifts are very important. Feel that intuitive connection as you hold this mudra. Release the fear. Whatever it is, it's unique to all of us. Any fears that may have come up, any shame that might have come up from past situations where your intuition was stomped on, where you doubted your own intuition because of someone else's meanness or cruelty or control or just neglect, where you doubted your own awareness because others weren't aware. Claim it. Claim your awareness now. You don't need anyone else's approval. I know it helps. I know it's nice, and you're attracting that tribe right now. At the same time, you don't need it. You have everything you need to express your gift, your unique gift. And the more all of us do that in our own unique way, the more we can witness each other. So one of the opposites of being neglected, your magic being neglected, is your magic being witnessed. And that doesn't always come in the form of payment. But that is a nice way in these times. When someone buys your art, they are witnessing your magic. They are appreciating it. And that's okay too. As long as you're okay with being witnessed. And that takes some deep work sometimes. Because sometimes we have Stockholm Syndrome and we're connected to feeling our magic only when other people feed off of it. Be aware. We're going to hold this mudra for a couple of more deep breaths. I love you. I appreciate you. I approve of you. release this, and we're going to do some eye exercises, okay? So that's why I wear my glasses, so I can do eye exercises with you all. And then we'll get into our Qigong. So we're going to start by just blinking these eyes, these eyeballs, these windows to our soul. And one of the exercises I like to do if I'm ever feeling insecure, and luckily I don't need to do this often anymore, but when I first started it about 10 years ago, I would have to do it every day because as a woman, as a girl in this society, it is so easy, and men, to have body dysmorphia and to just look at our faces and not feel pretty enough. I mean, that's what the advertisements tell us, It's hard, I hardly ever wear makeup because I think makeup actually causes more wrinkles, touching your face and filling your pores with toxins. But I'm not judging you. I wouldn't judge you to wear it. I just want you to look into your own eyes and truly know the beauty of your soul. So if you're looking in the mirror, the most important thing, I think, is to look in your eyes and see if they look alive. Sometimes I would look into the eyes and I would be like, you're not feeling anything. You're like a dead zombie. And even now when I look back on my videos and I see myself doing emails, my eyes look dead. But when I'm teaching and when I'm sharing my music, my eyes are alive. So we're going to exercise our eyes. We're going to gently look up and down. And you know what? Let's do our creative mudra, because the magical energy is a lot about creation and procreation. So for women, the left thumb is on top and every finger kind of is opposite. So it's left, right, left, right, left, right. For men, actually, the right is on top in this technique, okay? Ayurvedic. Okay. So we're going to get comfy in our chairs or even standing up. And we're going to do our eye exercises gently up and down. Anytime you feel stressed out emotionally, eye exercises are a great tool because they slow us down and they work us around that third eye. Anytime you exercise your eyes, you're actually exercising your intuition and your third eye. And it helps to just ground you into your own essence and feel that miracle of, wow, I can see. I can see the space around me. I can take in all these colors and slow down and just see all the different colors and shapes that you're taking in and textures. Your eyes are almost like feet walking on these different vibrations, feeling them. And they're like hands absorbing these different textures and vibrations, telling your brain, this is what I see. This is what I'm experiencing. And you can either simply look at things from an ego survival thing and be like judging, like, oh, I see a mess. Oh, I see someone prettier than me. I see someone better looking than me. I see someone richer than me. Or you can just say, I see colors. I see beauty. I see miracles of life walking around me. I see gifts people are giving. I see food people are growing. I see pain people are suffering with. I see a beautiful orchard. I see God. We're going to go right to left now. Nice and easy. And what these eye exercises also do is they not only relax the muscles of the eye and the muscles of the neck, which also work to move the eyes. Relax those shoulders. But these exercises also work out the eyes, kind of like doing push-ups in your eyes. And the stronger the muscles of your eyes are, sometimes the better you see. Because it means that other parts of your eye can relax. Just like that eyeball is just like other parts of your body where if you're using certain muscles, and you're overcompensating, like a lot of back pain is because people's stomachs aren't strong. Their ab muscles aren't strong, so they're actually using their back to lift things instead of their stomach. Or people are using their thighs to walk and move their body instead of their abdomens. So when we overcompensate and the other parts of our muscles work harder, then it throws the other muscles out of balance, causing possible pain. And that can also be going on with nearsightedness of the eye. Whereas when you have perfect vision, it's a perfect sphere. Whereas if you are nearsighted, it's more of like an egg shape. And certain parts of the eye aren't relaxing and certain parts aren't tensing up. And perhaps it's because you've chosen to see the world at some point in a twisted way because you believed a lie about your magic not being amazing or not even existing. And perhaps sadness got trapped in your eyes and you never felt it, causing tension. That's why at any point in class you might have an emotional release, because an emotional release could be what is needed to retrain your muscles to be back to their perfect form. Now we're going to bring the eyes in circles around the clock, or just around a circle. I see scribbles. You are enough. Other direction. Squeeze the eyes together and blink. What that is it's lubricating the tear ducts, which is really important as well to get out the toxins of the eyes, the tears. If they get clogged, that's a big cause of infection a lot of the time. Squeeze the eyes. And eyes are probably so important right now. I mean, we absorb a lot through our eyes. So eyes can be how we catch viruses and different things. Squeeze. So steaming the eyes, so good for you. It's like steaming the sinuses and the ears. Is this still hot? Sometimes I steam, it's not hot anymore, but get the steam through your ears and your eyes. It just feels so good in the nose. Okay, so let's see. We're going to do palming. And hold the palms over the eyes. And just, I'm not touching the eyes, but I'm feeling the chi against my eyes. We're going to do some eye acupressure. We're going to do the raking with the 3 fingers. Just rake, like a leaf rake across the forehead. And then next to the nose, right there onto the eye. And then next to the eyes, gently. And then just tap that third eye. Hello, anybody home? Tap, tap, tap. And just tap under the eye. Oh, I'm feeling a temperature change in my body. This is releasing something. Our bodies are seriously like alchemizing soup constantly. Oh, such a miracle we are. And little rake right there. I notice with me a lot gets stuck here. I wonder why. Maybe it's anger. But I feel a lot of like pinchiness feelings. That's a sign that like energy is getting trapped. Oh look, I can talk without moving my mouth. Maybe I can do ventriloquism one day. Because right here, when I do this, I don't need to move my mouth that much. My goodness, that's so intense. Just a couple more. And finally, we're going to do the third eye 5D exercise, where we find the key of you. Holding up 2 fingers. It doesn't matter the distance apart. Find the distance that works for you. You cross your eyes until you see the finger in the middle. Now that middle finger is not really there, but you're creating it. Just like when you think things into reality, you're manifesting things. So the more you do this exercise, the more you are in touch with your magic to manifest things for your highest good. Money, shelter, food, friends, whatever it is you need. Do this exercise, and you're literally creating something that's not there. Because it is there, but it's not there when you see it in the middle. Take a break. And again. Everyone's different. It's harder for me to hold them closer together. For some people, it's easier. You are creating reality right now by creating an image that's not there, but it is there because you're seeing it. The eyes working together. Relax. We're going to do it one more time. Maybe try 2 fingers. And then just see what it looks like in the middle. Okay, good job. All right, creative energy. We're going to stand up. How y'all feeling? We are going to stand up. And I've got an earthing mat, so I'm going to bring that over here to stand on. If you're outside, that's even better. Barefoot in the ground, what that does is it charges you so that you're basically one big antioxidant, pulling out the free radicals through that negative charge, because the free radicals are positively charged. And the negative charge of the ground is from all the lightning that gets up the ground. Feet shoulder width apart, knees bent. We're going to do a couple things for the stomach, and then we'll go into the Qigong. Okay? So tummy energy. What can we do for tummy energy? We'll do the monkey. So this is the mudra for the tummy. Digesting how magical you are. That's a chore sometimes. Index to thumb, ring to thumb. Okay? So we're going to do the monkey with our Rudra mudra. We're going to lift that right heel. We're going to eat something that monkeys eat. Then we're going to step with the right. And we're going to bring the right hand up and the left down. Step with the left and bring the left up and the right down. I'm working on that studio room, y'all. I made some progress the last couple of days. So you can see my whole body. Okay. Step. And see, one hand helps you digest and the other helps you release whatever you need to release. So digestion is not just about digestion, it's also about letting go and releasing that which you can't digest and you don't need to digest. You don't have to digest being under someone's control. You can just not be under someone's control. You can just free yourself. And that's what the upward motion is freeing yourself from the toxins emotionally and physically and mentally. And then digest what nourishes you. Digest that freedom you feel around people, the love you feel, the support, the witnessing that you feel. You can just be yourself. Stomach spleen energy is very, very much key to feeling your magic. Those are the areas I wanted to focus on because the stomach energy actually is what also deals with your sexual energy, which is your creative energy as well. That's beautiful, Terps time. We all have power. I've been doing so much releasing in my womb area. I literally can feel my thighs opening up in a really powerful way, almost like jiggly, almost like a new little baby lamb being born and walking wobbly. I love that, Willow. I can see why that's so effective. A couple more movements for our stomach and spleen energy. I mean, our spleen literally creates our blood. And what is the creation of our blood? The creation of our magic. I think when our magic feels stomped on, we also crave physical toxins, and so we feel this emotional wall, and then we create the emotional walls around the different cells of our bodies. And so the Qigong deals with all of that. We're going to bring our yin hand, which is right for women, left for men, under the belly button here, and then the yang above. Okay? And so we're going to bring our feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to gently bounce. Your shoulders and your knees are gently going up and down at the same speed, and you're bouncing the whole body. And this is basically like every cell in your body playing in the symphony. Every cell is vibrating. And you want them to be harmonized and vibrating in the same frequency so that they can all connect and communicate and get the body in more harmony than it is. So the brain could be thinking one thing, the heart could be feeling another, and the stomach can be creating something else. So let's align it all. So every cell of your body feels how magical your essence is and your consciousness is. Not just your mind, not just your survival, not just your heart, not just your stomach, but every single part. Notice your breath. Are you ashamed of any part of your body? Are you ashamed of any organ in your body? That also can be locking up your intuition, your feelings of being magical. What makes you scared to express your art, your power, your creativity, your voice? Dig up that weed. And if it's really hard to dig up because there's emotions tying that weed into the ground too, dig up the emotions first. Feel whatever you need to feel. Find support for that. You don't have to do it all yourself. I'm here for you with matrix therapy. There's a lot of guides here for you to hold space for any feelings that are trapped in your foundation, in your core. Move that energy. Get it moving. Penguins do this before we perform. We get our energy moving so we can share our magic together with good intentions, not being wrapped up in anything less than that. Bottom hand out, face up, top face down. Shake, 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 shake. Come to stillness and feel like there's this almost like a breeze lifting up under your arms. Your feet are shoulder width apart. Relax those shoulders. Feel those toes. Drop that left shoulder down, gently release. It might stay down, and the right. Back and forth, nice and easy. Relax your chin. You might sway, you might not, whatever you're feeling. Opening up between the ear and the shoulders. Rotate that left shoulder back a few times. And the right. And the left. Right. And the left. And the right. Both at the same time. Whammy! And then up. Let the arms float down like feathers. Bend the knees. Straighten up a little bit. Come down. Golden drops this Sunday. I have to confirm with Victor, but since it's the first on Saturday, we're going to do it on Sunday, 3 to 5. And that's a space to gather, to unify, not just to hear music, but to come and do Qigong together, share our beautiful energy. Wonderful, Jabri. Feel the chi. If you can feel the chi, then you feel your magic. It's a beautiful thing. If you ever feel someone steals your magic, just go into Qigong for an hour or two until you feel your chi again. Then you're back on track. Sitting there and complaining about it won't change it. Take it back. And if you don't have motivation to do Qigong, do what Willow said. The affirmation, I take back my power and I give your power back. I give back your power. You don't want someone's power if it's controlling you. You don't need anyone else's power. Okay, reverse directions. Relax your lips. A lot of times people are doing their practice and they're like, make sure your face is relaxed. And a relaxed face, your lips part a little bit and you smile a little bit. Okay, let's bring our hands over our head. Yin first, right for women, left for men, and yang on top of that. Fingers are spread, and find that point. If your ears were going to migrate to the top of your head and meet in the middle, that's where your Sahasrara is. It's the point that connects you with divine light. Let's go to some Clutterbug lullabies now. Divine light, your light. The concept is you're good, that's another way to talk about your magic. Your good energy. You know, if you've earned something in your life, why have it taken away by someone else? A lot of times parasites might show up in our life when we receive all this good energy. We've earned it. Well, you know, celebrate with it, marinate with it, give back when you can. But someone else demanding that energy, that's your good. That's like if you get a present for Christmas and someone takes it from you. No one has a right to take your gift away from you. It's yours. It is yours. Claim your good genes, your good health, your hard work that's paid off, your crop. Sure, you might share it out of the generosity of your own heart. Just also recognize how much you've earned from all the work that you've put into things. You've earned it. You don't have to give it away. That's Stockholm Syndrome. deserve for it to be witnessed, supported, encouraged, admired, stoked, appreciated. You're worthy of your good. You're worthy of your magic. You're worthy of the gifts from God. You are a miracle. Bring your hands over your eyes. See the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. All that you are seeking is also seeking you. Hands over your throat. Your heart. Your stomach. Your creative energy. Got it, girl. You got it, boy. Over your knees and your feet, survival roots, ancestors. The stories, thousands of years old. The stories of the dirt, the stories of the stones, the stories of the mountains, the trees, the water, the sun, the stars. Lift your left heel up, bending both knees. Rotate that left knee towards the right, nice and gently. Hydrate if you want. And the other direction, please. Drop that left foot down, heel down. Right heel up, bending both knees. Rotate that right knee towards the left. The other direction. Both feet together, knees together, thighs together, and bend and rotate to the left. The other direction, please. And we're going to bring our feet shoulder width apart like a tree in the wind. We're just going to rock back and forth. You're keeping both feet on the ground, putting all the weight on one and then the other. Feel the power of your legs, feel that connection, and then just let your arms do whatever they want, back and forth. Come to stillness now. Relax the shoulders, let the arms open a little bit onto the arms. Just feel that energy softly lifting up your ribcage. Make sure your pelvis is tucked under, not too tight, but not sticking out the back. Feel the knees. Feel like your waist have feet in there, like standing on that pelvic bone. We're going to hold this and breathe and connect with that energy of the earth rising up, holding down your body, charging it to take out those free radicals, hugging you, aligning you with the vibration of the earth, the natural vibration, getting out those negative vibrations or just the unnatural vibrations. They're actually getting out the positively charged, ironically. Feel that release. Random pitch on my foot. Sometimes that's a chi bubble coming out. Bring your hands up about 2 fists away from your center, like you're holding a small bubble. And you're going to rotate your hips around, keeping that same distance to the left. In the other direction, please. And open wide. We're going to bend over and lift the left arm all the way to the ear. Just let it drop down like a feather. And we're going to go back and forth like this, okay? My feet are wide and my arms are going back and forth. And I don't have a lot of room here. So I'm going to step out and do this. Please keep doing this. It's 18 times altogether back and forth. So it ends up being 9 times on each side. You got this over there. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to stretch back and forth here. I guess I have room here to do this. Okay, so we're doing that now. Instead of straight up and down, it's back and forth. So continue that. Okay, so now for 5 minutes, okay, it's 2:47. We're gonna do 5 minutes of Wuji, which means we're just going to feel the energy, feel our magic for 5 minutes, move wonderfully, magically, slowly. You know, a lot of times people want to just like go into stretching and pushing muscles, but try to just slow down into the energy and feel your magical energy as you move around your space for 5 minutes. All right, has it been 5 minutes? It's been more than 5 minutes. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. So, good job. You completed the Wu Qigong, which is usually what we do on Mondays. Let's get some music going as we wrap up class. I'm probably going to stay an extra 5 or 10 minutes to talk more about this magical stuff and also to do our foot massage and to do some wrist stuff as well. So get some music going again. Let's stretch our wrist. Oh yeah. Each finger, starting with the thumb, we're going to stretch that down. Yeah, we're going to talk about psychic defense because a lot of times our magic kind of seeps out of us psychically and we don't realize that. The invisible attacks. Sometimes it's from our own self-critical mind as well. And oh yeah. Oh! Stretch, stretch, stretch. Feeling good. Feeling thirsty. right, shake it out. We are going to work on our feet, so I'm going to move my mat out of the way. Alrighty. We're going to choose a foot, any foot. Rotate each toe a few times in each direction, and then pull that toe away from the foot. Okay. Stop the removal of your magical. Stop the removal of the thoughts that you are magical. Stop other people from removing those thoughts that you are magical. I'm not saying that right. Keep those thoughts that you are magical. Don't let them go away. And what makes them go away? Your third eye. Protecting your third eye. Bring those toes back. Rotate the ankle a few times in each direction. And then rub the bottom of the foot. Any kind of energy grab that someone does, like stealing your energy, that can also help you feel less magical. You don't want to be helped to feel less magical. You want to be helped to feel more magical. There are so many different ways people take other people's energy. All right, rub between the toes. Are you sensitive to criticism? Are you sensitive to neglect, abandonment issues? If so, your cohesion to your own magical essence, your acknowledgement of your own magical essence might be really rocky, might be unstable. All right, find a point on the bottom of the foot, a pressure point where it feels like, woo, hold that for 20 seconds. Do you perceive to other people's magical energy in order to perceive your own? See, I think this is what happens with the idolatry in the music industry. You see children clinging on to these people, being in love with them. And I think what they're in love with is the fact that they have so much magic, some kind of magic, the power. And if you don't feel your power enough and your magic enough, then you might cling to like a superstar or idolize someone, literally. It's like idolatry. And perceive yourself through this person, which in turn is actually giving your magic to that person instead of claiming it yourself and feeling your own magic. And then also like the player mentality is similar. Like if there's a player, a guy or girl, and they're just trying to get notches on their belt, trying to get, you might think it's to show off virility or how sexy you are or whatever. But what it actually does is it uses the magical energy of everyone that you're with to give you more magical energy. The love that the people show you, the energy that they give you, gives the player a sense of magic that they might not have within themselves. And that's why they need to prove themselves and be with all these people. And the sad thing is it never fills them up. It's always temporary. Meanwhile, they can leave people really hurt and feeling less magical because those people think to themselves, well, if I was so magical, then that person would have stayed with me. They wouldn't just have used me for sex. But the sex is not about the sex in that situation. It's not about good sex. It's about taking someone's power. It's about using sex to alchemize that other person's magical energy and put it into you. Ay, 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 ay. Tap, 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 tap. Rub around those ankles and tap up and down. And now under the knee, a few fingers down, you're going to find a point and hold that for 20 seconds. And people do that with people's energy spiritually as well. I mean, there aren't just sexual players, there are spiritual players as well, where they can just, get to know you and still absorb some of your magic and then use it to feed their own agenda instead of validate you and you as a human being and you as what you offer your magic to the world. If there's, an original trauma or traumas where someone's magic was stolen or neglected or criticized or shamed, then you can possibly feel a very deep sense of shame if you get used for your magic in any sense, whether it's sexually or spiritually. Tap, 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 tap. All right, now above the knee, about 5 fingers above. A lot of people just like talking about their issues, for example. And a lot of women tend to be the one that holds space for people talking. And a lot of people don't realize, well, I might be venting on this person. I might be giving this person an energy that they don't deserve because there's such a need, such an unmet need for, processing their own issues and traumas. And that's when a woman can be spiritually used, not only sexually used, but spiritually used. Or men, it can go both ways. It's just good to take accountability, because when someone's spiritually used, it's also taking their magic. Tap, 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 tap. All right, other side. Rotate each toe a few times in each direction and pull the toe away. So, your creative energy as a child, if it's not held and witnessed and considered sacred, that's when you grow up, your creative energy can become your procreative energy. And so that can develop beliefs about your own magic and your own creativity. In this society, it has been twisted, and there's major disconnections between all those energies. Just with the idolatry and the way sex is presented in the media and whatnot. Rotate the ankle a few times in each direction. So let's summarize and talk about ways we can feel our magic besides just doing Qigong, because it's a lot more complicated. Qigong is a general exercise to get you to feel your essence, but not necessarily express your magical essence. So how do we really get into expressing the magic of who we are and sharing our gifts with the world? What if we're stuck? Not just writer's block, but deeper than that. Okay, rub between now the toes. Writing, any kind of writing really helps to access your magic. Any kind of journaling, songwriting, artist morning pages, the morning pages by Julia Cameron. All writing really helps to access your flow. The matrix therapy that I do. Writing, it's like a vibration. Find a point on the bottom of the foot, hold that for 20 seconds. Expressing, any kind of expressing, dancing, singing, sharing your thoughts with people. Creating movement in an authentic way, that the Qigong, the dance, it's number 3. And then fermentation, as I like to call it. Okay, so when I'm really feeling my magic and really in my space where I feel like, okay, I'm able to process these songs, to write them down, to share them, to record, I'm fermenting. Like I've been away from people for a few days, kind of like in the fermentation of sauerkraut. It's like away from oxygen, anything that can oxidize it. So fermentation, like I have to close myself up a little bit for a few days and get away from all people to really feel the essence flowing through me. That's like fermentation. It's not just getting away from people, it's also like giving yourself a time, setting time aside to really focus on your gifts, to really give them attention. A lot of people are just too busy, getting their rocks off to realize like they need to set aside time for themselves and their gifts, and praying, meditating, connecting with how do I share this with the world, just fermenting with it, your art, your skills, giving it time, and not having to give it an excuse like, well, I'm not getting paid for it, so I can't ferment, I can't do this. This is your life's work. It doesn't matter if you're not being paid for it. It doesn't matter if you don't have fame for it. It is you. It's who you are. A baby's not getting paid to be a baby, but we still feed the baby, hopefully. And you are that inner child. You are the baby that needs to be fed. And you got to make time for that if you're going to feel your magic. Tap up and down. And brush, brush, brush. And now on the inside of the knee, under the knee, 3 or 4 fingers down, you're going to hold that point for 20 seconds. So further, it's really important to be aware that this is not an individual. It's not just all about you. It is all about you. But what I've found over the 20 years of just being aware of how I need to share my gifts with the world, and how I want to share my gifts with the world, and how I can share my gifts with the world, even if I'm not rich and famous, right? It's not about that. It's about your gifts, God's gifts, is that we need each other. It might not be about being rich and famous, but it is about sharing with other people and connecting with other people. It's not just about me doing it by myself. And that's where a lot of artists can feel lonely. Or not just artists, but activists and people doing things that they feel called to do by God. Okay, now above the knee on the outside of the leg, hold that point for 20 seconds. So in order to practice our gifts, our skills, our art, etc., we need each other. So it takes sitting in community and creating community time as well, whether it's through your sharing your stories on YouTube or creating gatherings, bringing people together to learn the skills that you have to share, and being willing to stick your neck out there a little bit and be in community. Not telling other people what to do necessarily, like sharing your skill and sharing your teaching. And if they're open to learning what you have to teach, great. But also not only being a leader, but being a witness to each other too. Because see, it's going to take all of us to create this world where we appreciate each other's gifts. And it's not about being rich and famous, but it's really about making sure we each have everything that we need to express our gifts, like a renaissance, right? So just witnessing each other is really huge. Tap up and down. So being able to witness each other and hold space for each other and not think, well, how is this person helping me? But think, how is this person giving to the world? How is this person an ingredient in this rainbow? All right, let's just sit being aware of our breath and our heartbeats as I just finish up a few more thoughts. And also feel free to ask any questions and share anything that you want, any aha moments that you've had in class, any challenges. One thing that I think helps in creating the community that we all probably want, where we're appreciated and loved for who we are authentically and not who others expect us to be, is in these community gatherings, like, to have time when we dance together, when we, of course, doing all Qigong together is one way that creates this cohesion, this psychic cohesion, where we're all manifesting our better health together, which says a lot to the world intention wise. But also when we do like the dance moves together and like a circle dance, which is an ancient sacred community activity, we're literally witnessing each other weaving something together, something that's bigger than all of us. And so we're acknowledging our co-creative power through this common intention, which is challenging to do when we're all just watching mainstream media and all that stuff. That is a way that our psychic energy is being used to weave a creation, whereas we can literally just get together and do a circle dance together, and we are creating a reality through our intention to witness each other. So it's very simple but very powerful that through this group dancing, we are literally creating a better reality where we witness each other instead of control each other. And it's about having faith that when we witness each other in our strengths, in our skills, in our art, then we trust each other that what we're doing is for the highest good of this whole world. And it creates a space where if people want to talk and share, then others can learn from that. You know, you're not trying to convert anyone like a lot of religions these days. You're just witnessing each other's guidance. And no one's is better than anyone else's, right? So, creating the sacred dance and music is power. And it's power that we all seek, but it is group power. Because your magic is not really much without that group, without the other one. And then it's hard to believe. Okay, I already talked about this. Yeah, how it's hard to believe you're powerful if someone tries to control you. So this group dancing experience helps you feel witnessed and helps you believe in your own magic. And if someone doesn't believe in their own magic, you know, they'll get depressed, they won't have a reason to live, really. You know? I think a lot of what we see in the music industry is artists being controlled for the gifts that they have to share, music and entertainment. You know, and how do you play into that? You know, how can you take accountability and responsibility for manifesting a music and entertainment industry where the people that you're watching and enjoying could possibly be slaves to someone or an industry controlling the gifts that they're sharing with you? And they say it's possibly to, you know, make money, but it also could be to push an agenda and intention that we are not here to witness each other, but to be controlled and used for our magical power instead of just witnessing each other's magical power. It's a paradigm shift. You know, what rewards are they being given for sharing their magic in a controlled way? And what about you? What are you getting from experiencing that? And how can you change that? Who are you funding, right? You see a lot of artists today unplugging from that and working to express their own power. Some of them succeed, some of them go right back into it, you know, like Stockholm Syndrome, perhaps. Everything you do can potentially be aligned with your soul and your originality and your emotions and being able to feel your emotions. One more thing. I think that's just about it. I think I covered everything from today. Maybe we'll have part 2 on Wednesday, but thank you so much for joining me today. I did get your Christmas card, Jabri. I really appreciate you. You are the best. Very, very sweet of you. And I hope you all had a great holiday and that you're feeling really good about 2022 bringing some clarity about sharing your beautiful, magical gifts that only you have with the world. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to support my channel, you know how to do it. It's in the comments below. But I'll just throw my Patreon up here. And the Cash App is AATFP. Bam. I appreciate you being here and sharing your magical expression. That is what I've been all about and encouraging all of you to do. And if you'd like to do that with Aviva and the Flying Penguins, hit me up. Lots of love to you. Have a beautiful day. You know what to do.